Ah, so we're back here in the NSL Cup. Hope you can see the game, see everything. The application audio, is it coming? I will check in a bit. See. Okay, let's see if the stream is working. Elhan, if you were Umar is in the stream. Okay, okay. So, just give me 1 second. So we're waiting for Elhan here. Let me just switch accounts. Tanzim is in the chat. Tanzim chat ache. Why does it say Counter-Strike Offensive Global? Bhai, এটা কি একটা অবস্থা? It's crazy. যা হোক, change করবো. Yes, the Naughties are debuting against the formidable destroyers. Looking forward to a great game. Yes, Elhan, we are. Let me know if the stream is okay, if you can hear me. কোনো সমস্যা আছে নাকি? But without further ado, we're gonna go in. I'm just waiting for Umar. Umar, give a comment in the stream. Please tell me you have a YouTube account. এটা না থাকলে তো আসলে ঝামেলা. Let's go match settings real quick. Difficulty custom. ওটা পরে দেখবো. I'll check that later on. Match settings. Umpire. Illingworth. And who to give? Kumar Dharma Sena. Try on. Pitch setting? Nah, grassy dry. It's gonna be standard medium, as we're doing it all for match day 1. Umar to making no comments. O to mono hoy stream e nai. Elhaner streamer state কতক্ষণ থাকবে এটা তো আমি জানি না. At Umar Asos, any changes to the lineups? Man. আচ্ছা কেউ তো আসলে কমেন্ট করছে না, সো আমি জাস্ট মনে হয় গেমটা দিয়ে দিব যা বুঝতেছি. Have some faith, Sam. আচ্ছা, apologies, Elhan. Okay. So since Umar has nothing to say, once again, I'll just give a jaunt of the lineup. Elhan, please confirm if everything is okay in this lineup. Umar also, please confirm if everything is okay. Waiting on the destroyer's owner. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Elhan. Not okay, says Elhan. Acha, okay, so let me know your changes. Replace Shanto with Kais Ahmed. Okay then. Shanto and Kais Ahmed. Tato bowling tato, so do you want me to just push Shanto down as well? I mean, so Kais Ahmed down as well. Because yes, I think that's what you would want. And first bowler Lockie Ferguson, second bowler Trent. Just confirming that as well. And move Gary. Yeah, I did that. Don't worry, Elhan. So yeah, let's go. Okay. দেখছে তো একজনই, Elhan Iqbal, but since that's a special occasion in itself, I'm gonna start the game then. Okay, let's go back. All is good and we can begin the game. A comment from Umar would be very nice, I'm not gonna lie. Can someone please let me know what's happening in the group chat? Is Umar there? Is he watching? Is he amongst us? So here we go. We're playing at the Darren Sammy International Stadium today. It's a home game for the DOHS Destroyers against the Noakhali Naughties. And this is the defending champion, mind you. Is the defending champion team. The pitch here is standard hard. And Josh Butler flicks the coin. And the Noakhali Naughties have called heads. Let's see how that plays out. But it's the DOHS Destroyers who have won the toss. And what are they going to select? And they've chosen to bowl first. So in the first 2 games we've seen is the defending team that got the better of the favor, the luck. And DOHS Destroyers believes that in this condition it's better to bowl first. It's a big shout for an LBW, but I think it's just nicked the bat. Kumar Dharma Sena says no. There's no chance for an LBW. It was a big shot. I'm just gonna check the settings real quick, just in case. Difficulty hard, medium, yes, legendary, fielding hardest, umpiring default. That is all okay. Now, I'm just gonna check something. Depth of field, no, it's all okay. General settings. The camera. There is a new camera in case you want to see. There is a dynamic camera apparently, which makes it all very good. Actually, I'll do that later. In the next match. So hoping for a good start from the openers. Yes, indeed, Elhan. So it's Tim Saudi to Tamim Iqbal. Tamim Iqbal has not had the best of NSL Cup campaigns. And you can see why. He's just been bowled. Middle stump, I believe. Flying. Oh no, it's the off stump, and it's Tamim Iqbal going for a duck. He's picking up where he left off with the Noakhali Nuts. So he's stayed in Noakhali, shifted teams. And he's gonna have to go for a duck, so nothing has changed from Tamim Iqbal. Well, well, well. So Umar is off to a blistering start here. And Elhan with some bars for Elhan. Dano khaite bhule gese, says Tanzim. Ah, yes indeed. So it's Quinton de Kock. He's had a very successful World Cup campaign, having, I believe, the most centuries in the campaign. And he's been a hot buy for the Naughties in this NSL Cup. So let's see how he performs. It's a partnership of KL Rahul and de Kock right now at the crease. And this could be a big one. Two very good batsmen. Two very good wicket keepers as well. So just a dot now. And they might want a boundary in this ball. Just couldn't find the gap there. So it's going to be 3 runs and 1 wicket from the first over. Quinton, please don't cock this up. Well said. And here comes a Dhaka Cup and NSL Cup legend, Roston Chase. Oh, that's a smart shot from KL Rahul. But the fielder is just going to get there. Apologies, I'm having my lunch, maybe you could call it. I'm running on Dhaka time now. We've seen the spinners do quite well in the NSL Cup. It's the pacers who are struggling. And you can see why when you have balls like those. And it's gonna be an LBW. Boy, oh boy. Roston Chase gets a big fish. They might want to go for a review. But let's see. Oh no. That looks plumb as day. And it's KL Rahul who's got an LBW. From Roston Chase. Well, that's a big win. On comes Marnus Labuschagne. And also an NSL Cup legend. He's notorious for leaking runs, getting wickets. But Labuschagne now, he's not wasting any time. He does not want an early collapse to form. He wants to get the boundaries as much as possible, especially when you have this fodder field that's set up. Defended that well. Naughty struggling. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, they are. So we've seen the spinners do very well on this balanced pitch that was. And there we go, Labuschagne. He knows there are no fielders there. There's no danger. So he's just going to loft it up. And it's going to be a comfortable boundary there. Naughty's team deciding not to show the owners first time. Yes, Tanzim. Interesting. I'm still waiting on the DOHS owner who's nowhere to be seen. So a dot there. It was an expensive over at that. 10 runs from it, but they got a wicket. And on comes Tim Southee. So they're using him up early on. Balls to de Kock. He gets a lucky edge. And that's gonna run away for 4. Team owner is concerned to cut player salaries. Ah, I see how it is, Elhan. So de Kock and Labuschagne. They need a partnership. They need to put up a big total. Owner not showing up means their team is winning. Elhan, I would not say that yet. There's still a ways to go. Especially given how we've seen the defending team win the first 2 battles in this NSL Cup. One was Dhaka. It was some poor decision making from the Brahmanbaria Bhoots, and the second was what many call a scripted game, considering that miraculous over from Marcus Stoinis, who's been historically an expensive bowler. So just a single now. They're playing it much more smart as opposed to the first over against Saudi that they had. So the batsmen aren't set yet. So it's de Kock. And oh my god! Just as I said they were playing it smart. De Kock, I don't know what he was trying there. And Saudi this time bowls him for the middle stump. And that's going to be a wicket. And a big one at that. Quinton de Kock has to go, and on comes Imamul Haq. Naughties Hardware, the great Umar Ali Khan is not here with us. Yes, indeed. Batsman collapses. It's been a moral of the story in the NSL Cup. It does make one question. Does something need to be done with the difficulty settings? We will see later on. But so far, the games have been close. So no complaints from that side. Just haven't seen a massive total. Although we did see a 109 earlier today. So it's still Roston Chase. On to Marnus Labuschagne, who tries to launch. Just unlucky there. Quinton has cocked up, yes. Mind you, Quinton de Kock, Tamim Iqbal. These batsmen have not historically been good at NSL Cup. If we look at the data, and that's just going to creep away for a 4 by saying the fielders. I thought he was going to get that, but the pace was just too much on it. Captain Joss Butler making some adjustments. Marnus Labuschagne looks set. You want to play Roston Chase smart, and just as I say that, that was not too smart from Labuschagne. Oh boy! Looks like he edged it onto his own stumps. An absolute huge piece of domination by the destroyers here. And it's Alex Carey already coming on. The Naughties in a huge spot of bother. Chase on fire. Yes, indeed, he is on fire. But it's a fire that the Naughties need to deal with. It's his last ball to conclude his spell. And it's going to slip away for a 4. So 18 runs from 2 overs, but 2 big wickets here. Absolute disaster by the Naughties, says the owner. He's not going to be pleased with this. He's not going to be pleased at all. There's going to be some decision making on the board. And on comes another deadly bowler, Mujibur Rahman, an NSL Cup legend. There we have Imamul Haq trying to get warmed up here with a single. So it's a good shot, a smart shot. Don't try anything funny. Don't try anything smart, especially when you're in this position. You still have a bit of time on your hands, so just try, defend it, and build up something. It's the last 2 overs, the last 3 overs where we see the big shots. So Alex Carey has an important role to play here. Mujib Rahman just defended that. Could have easily edged, chopped on. That's a wide. It's as wide as day. Kumar Dharma says singling there. Mujibur Rahman. He wants to add a bit of turn to this ball. And that's what he did there, in case you didn't notice. Played the googly. But Carey was smart to dispose of it. And not to have it chop on the wickets. He learned from de Kock. He learned from those who were victims of the spin before. So Carey still a bit slow. Oh, that could have been a stumping right there. He tried to do a big shot, but it's gone for naught. So this is turning into be a very good over for the DOHS Destroyers. No wickets off it, but just 2 runs, and one of that from a wide. And on comes Himar Roach, the cockroach. And the fodder field is back on. So Imamul Haq might want to take advantage of that. And he's going to edge it there. No advantage yet. Oh, what is going on? What is going on? The Naughties just can't find their grip. And that was a much better shot. Played it beautifully. Much better calculated. And it's going to go away for a 4. You're going to need a lot more of those. A lot more of those coming your way. So we have 4 viewers here. So I know Tanzim has joined us. I know Elhan has joined us. I'm still wondering if Umar is here. So played that beautifully down the ground, but just not enough pace on it. It would have been middle stump. Oh, had to duck there. The ball was going towards the wicket keeper. So Kemar Roach just conceding 4 with 3 more to go. Looking to be a good over here. The Naughties, they want some boundaries. And that once again could have easily chopped onto the wood. Tried to smash it overhead to no avail. The Naughties looking very, very shaky. The fodder field now is gone. And he plays it on. He plays the ball beautifully. It was a smart ball and a smart bit of fielding there. And that's what we like to see, don't we? From the captain and the bowlers. You set the field according to where he's going to bowl. Something that we haven't seen much of in the previous seasons. But Imam ul Haq now reducing a lot of pressure with that boundary. So let's see where this soil is going to go. And on comes Johnson Charles. It's his debut at the NSL Cup. We've never seen him before. We don't really know how he does. And he's going to get smacked. But fielders, the protection is there. So, Amake Bolo. So let me know, Naughties, how are you feeling so far? It's not a big score. And big scores is something that we haven't seen much of in this NSL Cup. You know, we had, I think, an 81 in the first game, but 109 in the second. But now it's looking to be one of those low scores. It's just 39. That's going to be a welcome boundary. So 43, just in 6.3 overs. Needs to be some changes in the batting order. Ah, yes. I think getting rid of Tamim Iqbal might be a call. And, you know, getting in De Kock or someone like that to prevent a collapse. Because, you know, once the wickets start falling, they really do start falling. As we've seen in this NSL Cup. Oh, and carry! Smacks that! Oh! It's a late night stream, mind you. New openers will be KL Rahul and Imam ul Haq, says Elhan. Ah, yes. Oh! Gary does a swing and a miss, but I think that's going to be a wide there. Yes, it is. So, Johnson Charles proved to be a bit more expensive compared to the other bowlers. And a boundary here would be very nice, but they're trying to take a quick single here. And that was lightning hands from Joss Butler. Oh boy, is that going to be a wicket? Oh, it is! That was a direct hit, I reckon. Oh my god, a direct hit is going to spell disaster for the Naughties. And Imam ul Haq is gonna have to leave prematurely. He was going to be, as Chris said, batsman. On comes Chris Wokes. And Wokes can hit hard, we know that. And Carey looks like he just lost some confidence. So it's Kemar Roach. He was one of the more expensive bowlers in the beginning. So once again, they're going for that quick run here. A shout for an LBW, but I think that's going to be anything. So Chris Wokes, he has a big task at hand to try and take this to a respectable run. He tries to find the gap, not enough pace, protection in the deep. So the 50 is up, but at 7.2 overs. Umar Ali Khan, bro, why is Johnson Charles playing? Umar, I literally showed the lineup in the beginning. And I asked if there's any changes. And you said no, and you were not here. Brother, where were you? I had that screen on for like 5 minutes. So Alex Carey now to Roach. So it's 2 runs and a dot. And this might just slip away for the boundary. Has it got the legs? Has it got the legs? Oh, it doesn't. A beautiful piece of fielding. I reckon they could have taken another run, but they decided against it. So 3 of this over and no boundaries coming off it. A low score for the Naughties. And that's a big shout for an LBW, and it's the finger is up by Richard Illingworth. That's gonna be out. A collapse and a pure dominant display from what is the DOHS destroyers here. And on comes Sam Curran. Yeah, this is looking to be a one-side affair. However, we haven't seen the batting from the DOHS, so we don't know how it's gonna go. A lot of claims for a bowling first glitch. As they say, the team who bowls first is looking to be the one who loses. It's the defending team that wins. Horrendous batting performance for Naughties. Yes, indeed. But Wokes here trying to pick up a bit of pace. But what an arm to stop that from going away to a boundary. The defending champions showing us why they are the defending champions. Right here. Umar says, lunching with fam, so I can't comment as much. I see. So Chris Wokes, a welcome boundary, playing Johnson Charles, who's been one of the more expensive bowlers. And maybe giving the Naughties a bit of hope. 80 is still on the cards. 80 and maybe a 90 if they're lucky and they get consistent boundaries. But that's not going to happen here. So Chris Wokes, you're going to need to hit a 6. We've seen no 6s so far in this innings, mind you. Not a single 6 coming so far. As I say that, tried to launch it up, but it's going to go for a 4. I didn't even know he was a bowler. Me neither. Omar, me neither. Actually, yeah, isn't he a batsman? Is it gonna be a wide? I think so. No, it's me a bouncer. So just within the lines. So Chris Wokes. That is a wide here now. So welcome extra run. And Johnson Charles proving to be the most expensive of the lot from the destroyers. And he's gonna get smacked away for a 4. Chris Wokes trying to push this up. So how far can they take it now? I think, is it gonna be Mujib in the last over? Yes, it is. So they were saving him up for the crucial last over. Uma Sam, you had to play this dude. Hi. Amare bolta so keno. And it's Sam Curran with the first 6 of the innings. It's coming at the final over. So now it's at 77. They could take this up. They could take this to 90 if they get a few more big shots in. That's in the air. That's going to be caught. No, just one bounce short. Sam Curran lucky there. So Chris Wokes, he's now back on strike, playing Mujib. And he goes for a big shot. But the fielder's there. It's going to be a single. Oh, unlucky. So it's Sam Curran once again back on strike. We know he can hit big, as we saw with the 6. And he's going to hit big again, but it's going to be safe. So it's a dot ball. I don't think there's much left for the Naughties to do now. Mid-80s can get that. And it's luckily just slipping away, just running away there. And it's going to be 80. So far is the lowest score. They just need 1 or 2 runs to tie and go bigger. And they said we will not get the lowest score. And that's going to go for a maximum. So the score here stands at 86 runs. Scored by the Noakhali Naughties. Not the best of outcomes for them. And there we have a few of the wickets over here. And a 4. So, yes, Labuschagne bold. We see being bold is a common theme in the NSL Cup. We're just going to skip the highlights here. And we see none of the batsmen really got going. It was Chris Wokes who had the most runs at 20. Came in a bit late. So maybe a top order change is what's needed for the Naughties. Maybe rotation. So on comes Liton Das and Tim Seifert. Not the opening partnership that most teams would expect to have. This is quite a nuts-esque opening, if you ask me. But Liton Das is a Dhaka Cup legend, mind you. You know, I think every winning team had Liton Das in their lineup. So let's see what the reigning champions get off to. So it's Tim Seifert. I don't think I've seen him play before in the NSL Cup, and he's gonna go big, having no idea where that's going. KL Rahul, he's like, oh, I could have been on the wood. That could have been a wicket, an early breakthrough, something that we needed. So Tim Seifert now, he bowls at, shouts for an LBW, and I don't think, yes, I don't think that's would miss the wickets. It's not gonna be an LBW here. So, Seifert, what have you got? Well, he tries to go big, but it's gonna be caught! And what a catch at that! The NAUGHTIES having to extend every bit of fielding prowess to get that. That was a sure boundary in any given day. What a catch! That's easily MRF catch of the match there for the Naughties. And on comes the captain, Joss Butler. This is a very similar opening that we've seen, and it's gonna be edge, a lucky edge to go over the wicketkeeper. That would have been deadly, and that's gonna be a 4. So it's Butler and Liton Das. The captain needs to stick around. He was one of the big buys for the Destroyers. Almost half the budget gone towards him. And you can see why. He can really hit, can't he? What a shot. What a shot. Just beautifully middled it. Oh my god. What a cut. Has gone for 4. So on comes Trent Bolt. And he's one of the key players for the Naughties. And I think a retained player. The Naughties really love Bolt. It's also because the owner is a KKR fan. Not forget that. Oh, it's Cummins, wasn't it? Ah, never mind. So defended well. And there's gonna be enough pace on it. So Joss Butler showing how it's done. So I think, well, Butler, I think he's getting quite comfortable. 12 runs from 3 balls. Every ball's been a boundary. And he's gonna have to get bowled. Well. Trent Bolt just gets the big fish. Butler, he should have defended that in hindsight. And all comes Kyle Vereen's, which Umar called Kyle Verstappen in our DMs while I was giving his lineup. I am cooked, says Umar. Well, the game's not over yet, you know. We might have some unexpected heroes. That's what NSL Cup is all about. The key is just don't lose wickets. Just don't lose wickets. Try and build a partnership. So Trent Bolt. Sounds going to smack a much better shot. Did well. They're deciding against a second run. Giving the strike to Liton Das for the last ball of the over. So 70 from 49. It's not a big task. This game is won and lost in wickets. And Bolt there using one of the bouncers on offer. And Liton Das disposes it for a single, retaining strike. And on comes Lockie Ferguson. So we've seen this trend amongst the teams. They're using one of their opener bowlers early on, especially if they get a wicket or something. They want to keep that pressure on. They want to prevent batsmen from forming a partnership. So a quick double there from Liton Das. And that's a good start to the over, I'd say. So Ferguson, Bolt. I think in the bowling department, it's not the Naughty strong suit, I'd say, you know. They've got more pacers, but it's the pacers that we've seen that have been getting smacked in this opening match day. So we're just gonna have to see how it goes. And Liton Das there, trying to play that gap, couldn't quite middle it. So it's gonna be a single. That's what you want to play. You want to play these singles. You want to get these doubles. When you're asking run, the asking target isn't too high like this. That's what you want to do. See, just as I said, a special shot there and that could have easily been bowled. Nice work from Mr. Kyle Vereen. So yeah, you wanna just survive through this Ferguson over now. It's building the partnership. That's key. That's key. And there we have it, a smart shot that's gonna go for a boundary. Some poor effort from the field there, which is not naughty-esque, might I add. So 5 viewers, 5 concurrent viewers. It's lovely to see. So welcome to the stream, anyone who's come in recently. Hope you're having a lovely day. This is the NSL Cup. We're at the first match day and the 3rd game. So quite an expensive spell from Ferguson with the second one. And they've brought on Trent Bolt. Oh, wow, wow, wow. They're not saving him for the end. They just want to try and get wickets as quick as possible. It seems the Naughties. They're using up their star bowlers early on. So we've got 3 on the outfield. I think they're trying to... And 1 in the slip. I think they're trying to play for an edge. Or something of that sort. And... oh, that could have been deadly. That's going to be a wide. What? Has it really gone that far out? He's not sure about that call there, Mr. Illingworth. And there we go. He tries to find that gap. Tries to find that boundary, but there's protection. Just a single there. And it's Liton Das. They're maintaining a 100% strike rate, this partnership. They're not pushing their luck yet. Maybe they're saving it for the last few overs. So I think that's going to be another quick single. Yes, it is. It's a rotating strike. Very smart bit of play from the reigning champions. I think KL Rahul is lagging. Or was it Quinton de Kock? Yes, just lagging a bit there. And boy, oh boy! Very easily would have been chopped onto zone wood. And I think that actually could have been a no ball. That was a bit high, that bouncer. So Trent Bolt trying to provoke a non-favorable outcome from the DOHS destroyers. Once again, just defended there. Nicked an edge as the last ball of his spell. Just 3 off it. One of those runs came from a wide. And oh boy, defended well. So I think the DOHS, what they've done something very smart. They played the key bowl, the star bowlers, just calm and smooth. They didn't risk anything. They didn't risk runs. And on comes a spinning option, Qais Ahmed, and he's looking to get smacked all the way for a maximum. The crowd at the DOHS destroyers, the Darren Sammy International Stadium, the club legend, is going wild. So Liton Das now looking to get kicked off, and that's gonna be a 4. Oh boy. So Qais Ahmed not starting off a season 5 campaign well. He's conceded 10 from the first 2 balls. And scooped it up. Liton Kumar Das. Cheeky boy. Cheeky boy. Liton Kumar Das. LKD, what about KL Rahul? He's having some words with Qais Ahmed. He's saying, don't let the nerves get to you. Come on, just give a googly now. Or give a doosra. Set him up for an edge. Try one of those tricks. And Liton Kumar Das says, well, those tricks will be of no avail. I'll just loft it up beautifully and just get a single. Yes, cheeky boy, says the owner. So 15 runs already from this spell. And just 4 balls. And Kyle Vereen tried to join the party, and that's gonna be an LBW. Oh dear. Might they want to go upstairs for this? Might they want to go upstairs? Oh, I think not. Close call. And a wicket from what was a good over. And on comes Pujara, who's gonna dispose it for a quick boundary, it seems. Does he have the legs? Yes, it does. The fielder can get up to it. Big eye, says Umar. Yes, indeed. But the thing is, how do I check the big eye is the question. No, it's just gonna look at the 4. Well, we'll have to look at the big eye in the... Oh no, this is where it's the big eye. Let's review big eye. So there we have it there. Inline. Wickets hitting. I see. Interesting. No way. I don't think that was the big eye for this ball. Kyle Verstappen, the lethal trash can. Do Kyle. Yes. Indeed. And oh! Well, that was... could have just easily been a wicket. Leighton Das, come on, you need to play it a bit more smarter. It's Chris Wokes opening up his spell. The lethal ball. So Leighton Das is gonna want some more boundaries. That was an attempt there, but there's protection. Well on the offside. So now Leighton trying to pick up the pace, but they have their men placed well on around the field to play the Leighton Kumar Das balls. And for Pujara, an interesting field setup, I must say. The leg and field side's completely open. It just can't find that breakthrough. So once again, okay, the run rate is fine. It's not a big order yet. You're coming close and close to the death overs. And it's been a rather conservative over this. But key factor is no wickets have fallen. So these two can really pick up the pace towards the end. One big over. And this game is gonna just turn around comfortably for the Destroyers. Just 2 runs from that. Chris Wokes over. That's gonna be a wicket. Yes, it is! Leighton Das, the man who was picking up the pace, is gonna have to depart. An easy catch there for the Naughties. The man in the deep didn't have to do much. Safe hands. And who's coming on now? Sean Marsh. Not Meech Marsh. Sean Marsh. Yes, Umar has no batsman. That's one thing that we've noticed. So Pujara, are you going to be the hero today? With that edge, clearly no. But once again, Umar, with one big over. One big over is what you need. And it's Qais Ahmed, mind you. The man who got smacked for nearly 20 in his opening spell. But 2 dots. Looks like it's not going to be the case here. By Marshki Korbe. Umar. Well said. So tries to find the gap. It's going to be a single. So 3 boundaries. Or a 6, a 4. Would be very helpful. So the team owner does not have much faith in Sean Marsh. And I can see why. Well. I think the defending glitch allegations will not fare well if this is the case now. So 36 from 19. Just under 2 a ball. Mind you, Qais Ahmed, what a recovery. What a recovery from what was an expensive opening. So, from going from 19 from 1, he's gone to 20 from 2. The required run rate now is at 12. And it's Chris Wokes to Pujara. And that's going to be a lucky edge, I believe. And it's going to run away for 4. The game is getting close, says Elhan. Yes, indeed. But you're going to need a lot more luck on your side. You're going to need a lot more boundaries. A miracle of sorts is needed from these batsmen. And that's going to be one of those miracles. It's another 4. So back-to-back 4s for the Destroyers. Reducing what's asked greatly. We'll take it, says the Destroyers. Yes, indeed. So Pujara's now set, and that's gonna be a wide. Oh, you don't want that, do you? Especially when you're coming towards the death. You're coming towards the end. Naughties. Is that a back-to-back wide there? Oh, dear me. That's a no ball. Oh, my God. Naughties, what are you doing? What are you doing, Naughties? Just giving away some freebies. And Pujara is... Oh, I was going to say he's going to make the most of it with a boundary, but I guess that's been covered with the protection. But that's some welcome runs for the Destroyers. Why is Johnson Charles? Which is what? Nice. Nice one, Umar. So are they going to take 2 here? Yes, they are. A cheeky 2. There was no man in the inner circle at that point. So they're going to get some quick welcome runs. So 14 off this over. Much better. And he's plays it down the ground. Does it have the legs to run away for a boundary? I think not. But that's quick runs. Oh my God, what's happened there? Some butterfingers. That could have been 3 runs. So Pujara and Marsh just scavenging whatever they can. And they're bringing down the required run rate greatly. So a decent over for the DOH's Destroyers. And this over is going to need to be a big one. And on comes Sam Curran. A man who I share the name with. And a man who was part of the Season 3 campaign for Dhaka. And also Season 2 if I'm not wrong. And I think that's going to be a wicket, or is it? No, he just steps over the boundary line and is gone for a maximum. Well then, there's only so much you can do when you're on the edge over there. And Pujara understands his assignment and he's shifting the gears towards the DOHS. And is that going to be another maximum? Yes, it is. So 12 from the first 2 balls. And this game is looking to be a DOH's affair. Pujara just counting the fielders. He's in his stride now. He's going to want to end this game early off. So you have more balls than you need runs. And I think that's going to be a double there to keep Pujara on strike, who's having a lovely spell at this moment on the crease. Sam Curran, he's not happy with this. And the owner is not going to be pleased. A spicy turn, yes indeed. And oh boy, what are you doing, Sam Curran? That's as wide as day. I remember in the South London derby when Sam Curran was playing for Dhaka Dalbhat at that point. He decided against, I think just 1 run was needed from 1 over for the Jokers. And Sam Curran was like, you know what? I'm just going to give that a wide. I'm not going to let you win normally. So it's Sean Marsh on strike now. Let's see what he can do. And Sean Marsh is getting the confidence from Pujara. Is going to slip away from the 4 for a 4. And the game is level at this moment. The Naughties need nothing short of a miracle if they are to win. Nothing short of a miracle. And that means that miracle is going to have to be in the super over. And I believe that's not going to happen. And the Destroyers have taken a single and won the game. You can hear the crowd roar at the Darren Sammy International Stadium. A well-fought battle between the 2 teams. And Tashfiq's case for that the defending team has a glitch needs to be put to sleep here. So, a good contest between the 2. A low-scoring game. Our second one of the 3. And it's a DOHS affair. So we're just going to have a look at the scorecard here. No one once again really getting off for either teams. But it was just Cheteshwar Pujara who had the big runs. Liton does try to join in, but he was prematurely disposed. Joss Butler, who looked off to be a blistering start, had also had to leave early. And the man of the match is obviously going to go to Pujara there. So a good game. And let's have a quick look at the table. Pagla Twist has a lethal trash can. Yes, indeed. So the Destroyers are at the top now with their run rate at 1. And it's the Naughties who are suffering a bit. So in this match day, I think we're going to see this later on today. We're going to see Cox's Bazaar Cogs versus the Sector 10 Stallions. That's the only game that's left for this match day. And it's the Joshua Jokers who have a bye. So on match day 2, let's have a quick look there. It's the Naughties versus the Sector 10. The Saxies have a bye. It's the DOHS versus Kurigram. And it's the Jokers versus CBC at the Madhouse. So that's still to come. And if we look at Group B, we still have the Nagarpur Nunus. The Nagarpur Nunus versus the Kushtia Kankis. And the Chattogram Chutias versus the Tangal Testicles. So a lot of good matches to come here. Even though Sam tried to sabotage my team. The blame game has already started. But a lot of action to come. But until then, good night, good evening, and good morning, wherever in the world that you are.